12,800 years ago, something happened. Something so sudden, so violent, that it may have erased an entire chapter of human history. Mainstream history tells us civilization began around 6,000 years ago. Before that, primitive hunter-gatherers, simple tools, no cities, no advanced knowledge. But what if that story is incomplete? What if humanity has lived through this before? What if we are not the first advanced civilization on Earth, but the latest? Stay with me, because what we're about to explore changes everything. Around 10,800 BCE, Earth entered a sudden cold period known as the Younger Dryas. Temperatures in the northern hemisphere dropped dramatically in a matter of years. Not centuries, years. Glaciers that had been retreating suddenly advanced again. Megafauna disappeared. Entire ecosystems collapsed. But climate shifts alone don't fully explain what researchers found in soil layers from that exact period. In North America, Europe, the Middle East, scientists discovered a thin layer of dark sediment. Inside that layer, shocked quartz, melted microspherules, nanodiamonds, elevated platinum levels. These materials form under extreme heat and pressure, the kind associated with cosmic impacts. Some researchers proposed something radical. A fragmented comet struck the massive North American ice sheet. Imagine that, a comet hitting 2 miles of ice. The explosion would have vaporized trillions of tons of water instantly. Superheated steam, shock waves, firestorms. And then, flooding on a planetary scale. Now ask yourself something. If such an event happened today, would our civilization survive? Or would only fragments remain? Here's where it gets even more unsettling. Right after this catastrophic period, we see something unexpected appear in the archaeological record. Monumental stone architecture. Göbekli Tepe. Massive T-shaped pillars, up to 20 tons each, carved with intricate animal symbolism, perfectly arranged in circular enclosures. And here's the shocking part. It predates the pyramids by over 6,000 years. According to conventional history, people at that time were simple hunter-gatherers. So how did they design, carve, transport, and erect multi-ton stones? Why build something so complex before agriculture supposedly existed? Unless they weren't starting from scratch. Unless they were rebuilding. And this is where the bigger question emerges. What if civilization does not move in a straight line? What if it moves in cycles? Rise, peak, collapse, reset. Earth has experienced at least 5 mass extinction events, entire dominant species erased. The planet survives, life returns, evolution continues. Earth is resilient, but civilizations, they are fragile. If a global catastrophe happened 12,800 years ago, what evidence would remain? Wood decays, metal corrodes, glass shatters, steel rusts, concrete crumbles. After 10,000 years, what would be left of our cities? Almost nothing. Except massive stone structures, like pyramids. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built with approximately 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing over 50 tons, aligned almost perfectly with true north, with mathematical precision that continues to shock engineers. Mainstream history places it around 4,500 years ago. But some researchers argue parts of the Giza Plateau show water erosion patterns consistent with heavy rainfall, far greater than Egypt has experienced in the last several thousand years. Rainfall that would date back to the end of the last ice age, around the Younger Dryas period. Is that proof of an older civilization? Not officially, but it raises questions. And history moves forward through questions. If you're finding this interesting so far, take 1 second and hit the like button. It helps this video reach more people who are curious about hidden history. And if even part of this story is true, more people should be asking these questions. Now let's talk about floods. Nearly every ancient culture has a flood myth. Mesopotamia, India, China, Mesoamerica, indigenous North America, even ancient Greece. Different continents, different languages, same story. A great flood. A small group of survivors, civilization restarting. Coincidence? Or cultural memory of a real event? At the end of the Ice Age, sea levels rose by over 120 meters. Entire coastlines disappeared. Ancient settlements that would have existed near water, the most desirable locations, are now underwater. We have barely explored the ocean floor. What cities lie buried beneath sediment? What foundations remain hidden under continental shelves? The truth is, we have not looked deeply enough. You may have heard that marine fossils and shells are found high in mountain ranges. That is true, but geology explains much of this through plate tectonics. Land that was once seabed lifted upward over millions of years. However, here's something fascinating. The limestone blocks used in the pyramids contain fossilized marine life, because that limestone formed underwater millions of years ago. Which means even the stones of the pyramids carry the memory of ancient oceans. The Earth has changed dramatically before. What seems permanent is not. Now let's go deeper. Some researchers argue that we underestimate ancient knowledge. The builders of Göbekli Tepe understood astronomy. The pyramids align with celestial bodies. Ancient myths speak of lost golden ages, advanced knowledge handed down from gods. What if those gods were survivors? What if after a global catastrophe, small groups carried fragments of science, engineering, and astronomy into a new world of chaos? To the people around them, that knowledge would appear divine. Now here's where things become controversial. There are theories that Antarctica hides evidence of an ancient civilization beneath the ice. Is there proof? No confirmed proof. But Antarctica was once green, millions of years ago. And even during later warm periods, parts may have been ice-free. Some satellite imagery has sparked speculation about geometric formations under ice. Are they natural? Most scientists say yes, but the mystery fuels imagination, and humans are drawn to the unknown. You may have heard claims that there are no real photos of Earth from space. That claim is incorrect. There are thousands of images from multiple independent satellites and missions. But the reason this conspiracy persists is interesting. Because people feel disconnected from institutions, they feel information is filtered, controlled. And when trust erodes, alternative explanations fill the void. The deeper issue isn't the photograph, it's transparency. But here is something real. We explore less than 5% of our oceans. We have mapped Mars in greater detail than our own seafloor. If an advanced coastal civilization existed 12,000 years ago, its ruins could lie hundreds of feet underwater, buried, unseen, waiting. Now consider this. Human memory is short. Recorded history spans roughly 5,000 years, but Homo sapiens have existed for at least 200,000 years. That leaves 195,000 years of mostly unknown story. What happened during that vast stretch of time? Did humans remain primitive the entire time, or did they rise and fall more than once? Even mainstream archaeology acknowledges sites that push back timelines. Göbekli Tepe, Karahan Tepe, ancient settlements older than previously believed. Each discovery forces textbooks to adjust. History is not fixed, it evolves. Halfway through this journey with us, if you enjoy exploring these deeper questions, consider subscribing. We are a new channel still growing, and every subscription helps us continue creating videos that challenge conventional narratives thoughtfully, carefully, and with curiosity. You're not just watching, you're part of this exploration. Let's talk about cycles. Earth's climate operates in cycles. Ice ages come and go, magnetic pole shifts have occurred before, solar activity fluctuates, mass extinctions reshape life. Nothing is static, not continents, not oceans, not civilization. Earth is not fragile. It has survived asteroid impacts, supervolcanoes, ice ages. Earth renews itself. But human societies, we depend on stability. Remove electricity for 1 week in a major city, chaos begins. Now imagine a comet impact, a rapid freeze, global crop failure, sea level rise. Would our digital civilization survive? Or would the next intelligent species find only scattered ruins of concrete and plastic? There is an existed before us, let's be clear, but absence of evidence is not evidence of absence, especially when most ancient coastlines are underwater and erosion destroys nearly everything over enough time. The real question is not, was there definitely an advanced civilization? The real question is, how certain are we that there wasn't? Because history has surprised us before. Cities lost in jungles, buried under sand, hidden beneath layers of time. Each discovery humbles us. Each new excavation reveals how incomplete our understanding truly is. And the deeper we dig, the more questions we uncover. So what happened 12,800 years ago? Was it just climate fluctuation or a cosmic disaster? Did small groups of survivors rebuild from ashes? Did knowledge fragment and transform into myth? Are the pyramids remnants of a memory far older than we imagine? Or are they simply masterpieces of ancient but known civilizations? The mystery remains. One thing is certain, Earth operates in cycles: destruction, renewal, transformation. Civilizations rise, civilizations fall. The planet endures. And if history is cyclical, then what we call the beginning may actually be a continuation. And maybe the most unsettling thought of all is this: if a global reset happened before, it could happen again. Not tomorrow, not next year, but someday. The question is not whether Earth will survive. It always does. The question is, will we? Thank you for exploring this with us. The past is not as simple as we were told, and the future may not be as stable as we assume. If you enjoyed this deep dive, leave a comment with your thoughts. Were we the first, or are we just the latest chapter in a much older story? This is hidden civilization, and the deeper we dig, the more we realize how much remains hidden.